What's up guys, Corey here. You guys might be considering selling your home and thinking, is it a waste of time and money for me to do anything? I mean, the real estate market's really hot again. Should I just put a for sale sign in the yard and call it good? Well, I'm here to give you 3 things to focus in on that are gonna give you, basically the highest rate of return on your investment of time and money. Get your house to sell faster and for top dollar. So what are we waiting for, guys? Let's jump in. Okay, so starting at the top with number 1, it's gonna be curb appeal. You wanna focus on, making your home as presentable as possible at the first impression, which is right when the buyer pulls up to the house. So when they, if they're falling in love with it right away because it just has so much curb appeal, so it's so cute, they start to find imperfections as they get through the house. They're gonna be more likely to talk themselves into just sticking with it. If you lack in curb appeal, the buyer, right when they first come into the house, they're already, looking to take the house and tear it apart and find reasons why they wouldn't want to buy. So focusing on things like, freshening up the planter beds, maybe some new plants, adding some color, even just freshening it up with wood bark or some wood chips that add a little bit of freshness to it, pressure washing your walkways, bricks. If the paint needs a little bit of painting, at least focusing on the front of the house, what can be seen from the street, so all the window trim, make it nice, light and bright. The front door, definitely, when they walk in, you want to have nice polished hardware. These are really quick and easy fixes you could start today. Not going to take you very long. Number 2 is going to be moving on to the interior of the house. Again, applying that same rule that when they first walk in, you want them to really be in love with that house, because as they start to find imperfections, they're going to talk themselves into sticking with it. So, trying to find ways to neutralize paint colors, and then focusing on paint colors that will light and bright to bring in that natural light of the house. It's going to be more saleable for most buyers. And even if the buyer likes color, they can just say, hey, look, I'll add the color later on. But you're going to open it up to more buyers, larger pool of buyers that are going to be more likely to make an offer on that. And then maybe even, if your carpet is a little bit worn out, maybe at least getting some, estimates as to what it's going to cost to freshen up that carpet, and going with a lighter color, because again, you have to take your hat off that you're no longer going to be the home owner, that you're the home seller. So focusing on making that, that space look as big and large and bright as possible so that the buyer can see themselves in there. And then the third one is going to be staging. Staging is a large, broad term. It could be as easy as like decluttering, taking a lot of things off the wall, taking a lot of things out of the house. Because as much as we operate our house like functioning from a day-to-day basis, what suits our life the best is trying to present it to where you're running as thin as possible on all these items, so that the buyer can see themselves in this. That's really not going to cost you anything but maybe a storage unit. But the other angle would be, adding some things, so definitely staging, maybe switching out a couple of pieces of furniture. If they're too large for the room, they might be functional from the day-to-day standpoint, but again, applying that rule that, hey, look, we're looking to make this, house flow to the most buyers as possible. So these are quick fixes. They're going to give you the highest return on your money, and also going to be very easy on time. You could also consider things like remodeling kitchens and things like that, but that's also a slippery slope based on what the cost is going to be, how long it's going to take. The last thing is that you want to make sure that you get the right agent, hint, hint, to help you out with all these things. Pick these color schemes, have good contractors that you can work with that are going to do the job the right way. If you guys want to carry on this conversation or have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me at 619-200-3236 or on the web at sdcoastalagent.com. And as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make it a great day.